There are three key offers that you can make as a copywriter, as a marketer, even if you have nothing else to sell. This is Justin Hitt from Ad Briefing's Copywriting Tips. Very often, copywriters don't really make an offer to a prospect because they don't feel they have something specific to sell. I'm going to help you solve that problem right now, and you're going to be able to make clear and concise offers that position you as an expert, as well as giving your prospects a clear next step. So there are three things a prospect must do before they can be considered to become your client. These three things are critical to the path that prospect takes to hire you. Now, what are these three things for you? Well, if you're going to write a sales letter, they need to have some idea of the products and services they offer, the features and benefits, those items. Form a report with that information. So basically, provide a prospect the guidelines, even checklists or bullet lists of what they need to do before they engage you for those particular services. And then at the end of that report, it might not even be a report, could be a fact sheet. But at the end of that, it'll be a little bit about you, who you are, why your clients do business with you, and then you're going to offer these three things. So the first thing you're going to offer is a paid consultation. You've just talked about how to prepare to write a sales letter and the steps, the high-level steps that are necessary to produce that sales letter. You talk about the what and the why, you share customer stories, and they may want to simply just talk with somebody to ask questions, and that's what a paid consultation is. The second thing you offer is some kind of paid consultation that over a period of time or some kind of packaged work. Let's say you write a letter and you're going to say, hey, you need a sales letter. Here's why you need a sales letter. Here's examples of people, how they use sales letters. Here's the 5 things you need to know about writing a sales letter. Here's how you engage a copywriter or why you might want to try to write your sales letter yourself. Here's some simple steps to get you started. You know, how to gather the information for a sales letter. Here's the author, why they're important, why does it matter to you. Paid consultation offer. Next is, I'll write the sales letter for you. So it's like a 4-figure package. That's your second option. And finally, your third option is a high-ticket service that is comprehensive to the big picture of what you do for your clients. So this last element here really is a 5-figure or a 6-figure opportunity that now positions you if a customer is going to say, hey, look, just do it all for me. I want A to Z. You're going to do it all. Now, the reason these three offers can be made is because they are services. Yes, you do have to write a sales letter. Yes, you have to make it sound like some kind of report or infomercial. You have to research your customers. You have to write case studies. But again, you write that one time, you use it many times. But you don't have to have a package like they buy an information kit or a training program. They can actually hire you to do the services. Now, what's beneficial about getting this special report out here is that it could be the whole back end to your actual marketing campaign. So you can send out lead generation pieces where they raise their hand if they're interested in a topic, and you send them the report. Now, I'd prefer to have this report in a book format or something that establishes your credibility, but ultimately in the back of it, you give them 3 choices. Now, these aren't really 3 choices because option C, the most comprehensive package, has such a big number on it that it's only there for your credibility. But really now, after the prospect has read your report, they have 1 or 2 choices: to hire you for a paid consultation, or to hire you for some kind of package, some kind of coaching, some kind of copy critique that is going to be about a 4-figure deal. This is very important. If they hire you for a paid consultation, they can talk with you about their unique needs, but you want to prompt in their brain that you are a service provider and that you can address a certain package deal. Now, I have a number of books and reports out there, and I do this in all of my materials because I'm not trying to be a mainstream author. So if you go to shop.jwhco.com, you're going to see my book, What Do You Want and How You Get It. That book is a step-by-step approach to kind of set those key goals and then develop a plan to solve a problem. That report is exactly what I do when a high-income professional comes to me and says, I'm not sure what I want, and therefore I can't get it. I say, okay, great, let's work through this book, and we go through the steps in the book. The book offers that service. First, it offers a paid consultation, it offers that service, and then finally it talks about my mastermind private client program. So what we're doing here, again, is we're setting up the reasons why, examples of customer successes, everything that's necessary in your sales letter inside of a credible report that ends with an offer that is either paid consultation, a package deal, or your big package. Now, let's say you don't have a big package. You're talking to me. You say, Justin, I don't have a high ticket service. Well, you can just call it the everything package and put a 5-figure ticket on it. And then when somebody contacts you for interested in the package, you get to know who they are, what they need, and you develop a statement of work. So it's like, if you let's say you wrote a briefing on how to write a sales letter, and they, from after reading the briefing, want you to write a sales letter. The all-encompassing package could include the research and the sales letter and lead generation pieces, and a package number of consultations. Do you see where I'm coming from here? Don't be stuck not making an offer, because if you have a prospect and you never make an offer, they don't really know what you can do for them. Or 2, waiting till you have the perfect offer. If all you can offer is a paid consultation, then that is better than nothing. It gives somebody something to say yes or no about. Now, again, you can expand this in the future, but you don't want to have more than 3 options. The reason we have 3 options, again, is because the third high ticket option, very, very small number of people will be interested in that. So it's primarily there for positioning. And so really we're just asking, do you want A or B? Now, everything in that report is going to set up why they want to choose you over anybody else, because it's a positioning paper as much as anything else. And each area of your business will be represented in its own individual report. Now, I hear a lot of people tell me, Justin, I don't want to write a big giant report. I just want to write sales letters. I just want to write content. I just want to write an article. I just want to drop it on social media. That to me says that you don't want to grow a business, that you don't want to be successful as a copywriter or a marketer. Because essentially, if you've written a number of proposals for a certain type of work, let's say, again, for writing sales letters or marketing strategy, if you've written 4 or 5 proposals for that particular job, you could combine those proposals into a report. You can add mistakes that they want to avoid. You can add criteria for hiring a professional. You can do all of that and then end cap it with who you are and why that's important. And then, of course, you can even add an ask campaign, but then, of course, you have an actual order form for the 3 services described here. Now, the reason I say an actual order form, and you'll see this in materials from the 1970s and such, is because you want that report to stand alone. They can tear out the last sheet, put on their credit card information, and send it in. I love to see the order forms that I actually follow what Gary Halbert did, so the order form's embedded in the last couple of paragraphs, but I've seen people do actual order forms like the back of the room order forms. So if you have a platform presentation you've done in the past, have it transcribed and put it into a report and make that report available. This becomes an artifact that it doesn't replace your discovery call, but it helps your prospect be more prepared to choose you for the discovery call. So they're not just speaking with anybody, they're speaking with the person who wrote the report or wrote the book on the outcome that they're looking to achieve. This can be a complex topic if you aren't really paying attention in the sense of what the big dogs are doing, but you're going to get 6-figure, 5-figure assignments by setting up the 3 key options that I've described here: the paid consultation, the package deal, or the big kit and caboodle, the big mastermind or year-long commitment. When you do this, you'll get more yeses that are seemingly automatic, because again, they're going to get your report, they're going to read it, they're going to take action, or they're not, but most of the time they take action. Or you can actually send these books to prospects. So if you've narrowed somebody down as a high value prospect, you can actually send this book to them. Again, I'm Justin Hitt with Ad Briefing's Copywriting Tips. What you've learned today is going to help automate your sales process. It's going to increase your ability to reach high-value customers. If you'd like to work on this in a workshop situation, I am putting together a retreat where there'll be a small group of individuals who are selling copywriting and marketing services. We'll get together, we'll build the framework for this special report. We'll add the stories and outline the materials and start writing it out. And the core of this is that each of these non-competing individuals will have the same core of the report, the same structure of the report, but they'll add in their own customer stories. They'll add in their own unique selling proposition. And what's going to happen is you're going to be able to get these artifacts faster. This particular program would be in Martinsville, Virginia. And if you come out to Martinsville, Virginia, we'll treat you real good. We'll probably stay at a resort and just take a week to go through the marketing plan, the pitch for the report, the actual report itself, your offers, actually the language of the offer, your bio page, which is incredibly important for positioning. We'll go through all of those elements, and I will have editorial staff available, copywriters available, who will actually help you get this work done. I'm not saying you could just show up and play golf all the time, but we're going to stay in a nice little resort, either Greensboro. There's a couple other out in the Rocky Mountains and stuff like that. Not the Rocky Mountains, the Blue Ridge Mountains, that we can sit down and do this from start to finish. You will have one or more artifacts, special report, or some kind of positioning paper that you can start getting out there right now to generate clients. If this is something that you agree, everything I said today, you're like, yeah, I got to have these 3 offers, and you just haven't got it done, then you're going to write in with your questions, because this might be the way to get it done and to get it done quickly. And then one unique factor about having a small cohort of individuals, a small group of individuals working on something like this, is that you can interview other copywriters while you're here, and they can interview you. And then what we're going to end up is a bunch of promotional materials, kind of about the artist type of thing. And then people, when they raise their hand, they'll get this special report. So we can add high quality content to your website, high quality content to our combined network, and ultimately when someone has the writing needs, the marketing needs, or the niche needs that are you are unique for, they will raise their hand and work with you. And one thing that we're going to do for everybody who attends is that I'm actually going to interview them for this podcast so that I can put you in front of this audience. But if you have a specialty for one of the other niches that I work with, I will certainly interview you and put you in front of that group as well. But ultimately, we have audio recording equipment, we have audio editors, we have everybody you need. This is not an inexpensive thing, because probably going to get more work done in a week than you get done in 6 months when it comes to promoting your agency, promoting your copywriting services. And so you'll see everything start to finish. It'll be very intense. There will be a supplemental support people helping out. Of course, all the food's going to be provided. And when you leave this workshop, it is a workshop, you will have finished marketing materials, some of which may be suitable to put on Amazon or other channels, but it'll definitely be suitable to self-publish and offer to your clients or prospective clients as a means of generating additional work. So if you're interested in the workshop, you're going to contact my offices, www.adbriefings.co.uk, and you're going to ask questions about the Writers Workshop. And the objective is, how do we get you $1 million in copywriting business? How do we create artifacts that position you as an expert? How do we set up the prospect to do business with you over anybody else? Again, I'm Justin Hitt with Ad Briefing's Copywriting Tips, and we've talked about the 3 key offers that you have right now, even if you've never thought of an offer before. The 3 offers that get clients who pay, stay, and refer. I'll see you in the next podcast.